Hello everyone and welcome to today's live stream. By the way, happy holidays everyone. So today I'm just going to be disassembling my one great base plate Umbara MOC. This is actually the first MOC I've ever built. I built in the summer of 2018, then around the end of November, beginning of December, I made like a short little video on iMovie. I was basically just some neat pictures of this MOC, and so now 2 years later, or about 2 years later, I'm going to be taking it apart because it has a lot of essential pieces I will need to start my Star Wars Commander Imperial base MOC, which I'm super excited to start. So let me see who we got in live chat. Dylan Productions, hola mi amigos, hey, what's going on, N-Bomb 247, everything. K-Dude says hello, how are you? Okay. Steve Romero, how are you doing? Happy holidays, everyone. For me, I live in the States, so tonight is actually Christmas Eve and tomorrow is Christmas Day. So everyone has a lovely Christmas. Actually, before I start disassembling this MOC, I was debating whether to disassemble this MOC or actually went to Kohl's and I was able to pick up the brand new Mandalorian set. That's actually supposed to be released on January 1st. So I'm really tempted to build this on stream. And then also they also had the new Spider-Man set, so I got the Ghost Rider set. Because if you didn't know, this Ghost Rider figure right here is Robbie Reyes, and this version of Ghost Rider's in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And the same car is also in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So I really like this set a lot. Hertz says hi, how are you? So I'm kind of tempted to build these two sets. Actually just built a few days ago the Mando ATSD that comes with the non-Beskar Mando, and I actually made a Firestore Toys purchase, and I ordered the Mando arms that come for Din Djarin, so I'm really looking forward to that. Hey, what's going on, Blue Brick? I really want to build these sets. These are incredible. Is the stream quality good? Cause if you guys didn't know, I'm actually doing this stream on my MacBook Pro, which I just got like a week ago, and I finished setting it up. So I'm gonna try streaming on this, see if it works. Because usually I would stream on my PC, because my MacBook Air just couldn't take it. Hertz, I'm doing good, and you? I'm doing good as well. Hope you have a happy Christmas. Same to you. Lieutenant Mario, ooh, the Ghost Rider car from AOS. I know. Look at that beauty. I'm really excited to build this set, actually. Not just for the Ghost Rider, but the Carnage and Spider-Man figure look great. And also the car itself looks pretty awesome. Steve Romero, it's good. Yeah, it's good, yeah. Okay. I'll put these here. Actually, I kind of want to put it in front here. I'll put them here. So there you go. You guys can see that. Benjamin Crawford, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. So, if you guys didn't know, this Umbara MOC was my first showcase video, or very first video ever on my YouTube channel. And this was like a mini bunker from the air base on Umbara, that 4-episode Clone Wars arc with the 501st and Pong Krell. And so I tried building like one of the mini bunkers, and I'm probably going to take this apart last. I just want to work on the landscaping first. All the figures are off. Like, I used to have 4 Umbaran soldiers, which I actually have right over here. Here's one. So I have 4 of these Umbaran soldiers. Then I actually have this custom mini ATRT. I think that's an ATRT. A 501st ATRT, actually. And then I had 2 501st Troopers and Captain Rex. They're in my bedroom. Let's see. Will look good next to the bus MOC. Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah, before you destroy the bus, you should probably take a photo with the charger. That's when the bus will still be built. Like, it's going to be kept for Brick Fiesta 2021. So that's like the summer of next year. After that, I'll most likely be taking it apart, but it'll still be built for a pretty decent time until then. But I'll definitely I'll take a picture of the Ghost Rider car with Lola, with Coulson's flying car. That's going to be awesome. Scuba Moose, hey, what's going on? Okay, so kind of like this mini ATRT. I'm going to also keep that built. You might already tell it's kind of a mess behind me. I just been prototyping for my next mock. Not sure you guys can see right there. Then right over here is my play scale bus. So I'm actually going to start disassembling this. And I have like this bin just filled with brick separators. So that'll be awesome. Will Harper stopping by to drop a like and say happy holidays. Happy holidays to you, Will Harper. Thanks for stopping by. So in the Umbara episodes in the Clone Wars, in that airbase, they kind of have like a border, like a wall, but it's like a shielded wall. So like I tried making that shielded wall out of these translucent clear studs, kind of like that. And it would just be like that, like this pattern throughout the entire mock. So that's what I tried doing with this one right here. I should have probably made like a tour, like not just a showcase with a bunch of pictures, but like a walkthrough of this. But it's only one great base plate, and the pictures are kind of self-explanatory. I don't think I really need to go over it, so that's why I'm taking it apart. Look at these fire pieces. Have this pick-a-brick cup just filled with studs. So I'm trying to take apart these clear translucent studs. Okay. So what's everyone up to today? I know it's Christmas Eve, or will be soon. You guys have any plans for Christmas? Francis, what's going on, Francis? Welcome. Scuba Moose, I didn't know you made an Umbara. It looks great. Yeah, thank you. Actually, yeah, it was just something I just wanted to make. They're one of my favorite arcs in the Clone Wars. I'm pretty sure it's like everyone's top favorite arc in the Clone Wars. Let's be honest here. So I just made a one gray base plate mock of it, and it hasn't even been touched in like 2 years. It's been sitting on that shelf right in front of the webcam. Dylan Productions, I'm just hanging out with some of my family, nothing big because of COVID. Yeah, same here. Usually we would go to Dallas, but we're not going to Dallas this year. We're probably just going to watch Wonder Woman 1984 because it's free. Well, it's not free. If you have an HBO Max subscription, it's available to any subscribers at no additional cost. But I kind of want to see it in theaters just because it's a whole different experience, like with IMAX and Dolby. But I'm looking forward to watching that. What am I doing for Christmas? Again, nothing much. Probably just going to watch Wonder Woman 1984. Okay, I was just cutting a corner for a picture frame. I saw a bent, snapped the piece of wood off, and sent it flying a good 40 feet and hit a wall with some pretty good force. Damn. Palpatine Bricks, where'd you get your Mando? So I got both of these sets at Kohl's. I heard mainly from Rich Boy J that Kohl's were having some of the January 2021 sets early. So I thought, why not stop by? Had Kohl's. They're probably not going to have it. Like, that's what I tried doing with the First Battle Pack. None of my stores had them, so that's why I picked them up from Jay himself. But with this, I went to my nearby Kohl's. Went into, like, that little corner, like, literally probably about the size of this, just filled with toys and Lego. And I wasn't able to find the Mando set. I was able to find the Ghost Rider set pretty easy. But then I dropped my phone, and I was looking under at the bottom shelf. And I moved one of the Lego sets because I saw a familiar Star Wars box. And so basically, like, this was behind one of the big city sets, face down like this. So all you see was the back. I'm like, is that it? So I reach over there, pick it up, and boom, I found it. I really wanted to get another one, but this was the only one they have, which I'm happy with. I'm happy just having one, to be honest. I don't think I really need another one anyway. Jillian Currian says, just made it. Yeah, this was my favorite Clone Wars MOC. Oh, wow, thank you. Scuba Moose sounds fun. Yeah, I just got HBO Max last week. Yeah. Warner Brothers is releasing all their stuff on HBO Max. Like Dune, for example. So that'll be cool. Palpatine Breaks, yeah, I got mine at Kohl's about a week ago. There you go. Check your local Kohl's, guys. You never know. I got lucky, maybe you will too. Excuse me, I should check it out. Probably should. Okay. Maybe if I'm bored of disassembling this MOC, I can, I'll probably build one of these, probably the Ghost Rider set. I'm not sure, I'll probably let you guys decide. HBO Max is my new favorite streaming service, mainly for the TCM content. Yeah, same. My brother likes that a lot as well. I just realized that they have all like the DC exclusive shows on there, like Titans, like the live action Titan show, which it kind of, I saw some clips of it like months ago and it looked pretty interesting, so I'm probably going to give that a watch. But I'm happy because in January we're getting the WandaVision show, which actually looks it looks weird, but it's definitely going to be interesting. It's going to be a wild ride. For sure. Palpatine Breaks, yeah, plus Friends is on there, and it's the best show ever. Friends is a pretty funny show. I can't say I have a favorite comedy. Fresh Prince is pretty funny. I started watching that on HBO Max with Will Smith. It's a pretty funny show. DC Universe was always going to be always going to be a failing streaming service. Yeah. Wasn't it? Did they just put it on HBO Max? Because didn't DC have their own like website streaming service? Like, was it like DCUniverse.com? But you had to like subscribe, like pay a fee every month to watch the DC Universe shows. I'm going to probably open it up on my Discord. Let me see something really quickly. Yeah, it was DC Universe, okay. What did you think of Mando Season 2? Or TK421 says, what did you think of Mando Season 2? I'm not a contrarian. Like, I'm not just trying to, like, be the one that goes against everything. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot, actually. I think I definitely prefer season 1 over season 2, only because I feel like I'm not sure what the best word to describe it is, other than, to me, they're kind of getting cocky, like they know the fans want all these characters to show up, and now I feel like they're definitely trying, like they're trying really hard to make these animated characters really good in live action, also trying to bring back characters back from the dead, for example, Boba Fett. Like, they're trying hard on that, but I feel like they could be trying harder on making new characters, new stories, and so I'm not really a big fan of Boba returning, but it's whatever at this point. He's getting his own show. I'm gonna watch it no matter what. Bo-Katan I liked in live action a lot. Ahsoka, I think Rosario Dawson did a great job as a live action Ahsoka, but it always feels weird seeing an animated character appear in live action for the first time. With Katie Sackhoff as Bo-Katan in live action, like, that was perfect. Like, that was really good. But with Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka, something just felt off to me. Like, I know she tried her best. Like, she definitely studied Ashley Eckstein's Ahsoka a lot, and I could definitely see the resemblance. And I think she did a great job. But that episode with Ahsoka, I just found a little bit boring. It only got interesting after the Thrawn name drop. And then with Luke Skywalker, that I was angry at first, but I was just like, whatever. Like, I can't say I didn't really see it coming, but I really don't understand when people say, oh, it's gotta be Luke who shows up, or who Baby or Grogu called to. I'm like, it can be any other Jedi. It can be Ezra, which I wish it wasn't Ezra as well, which luckily it wasn't, but it was like Luke. It was either Luke, Ezra, or no one called to him. I'd rather have no one called to Grogu. So then he could have been like Mando's like Batman and Robin type deal. Like, Grogu was Robin, the Force-sensitive sidekick to the Mandalorian. But other than that, it was a pretty good season, and I'm looking forward to season 3. Sorry about my rant. Hope that answers your question. They made a streaming service without all the shows, but the shows became more popular than the service, so they moved it, and now it's just for comics. Alright. Are we going to have some guests? I might in a few minutes. So if you guys aren't in my Discord server, it's in the description of my video. I'll open it up in a few minutes, actually. I'm going to see if the audio can work on my new setup. Palpatine Bricks, Netflix, and Disney Plus. Or Darth Maul Lego, hey comic, do you know where I can watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? It's on Netflix, the US Netflix. All 7 seasons are on there. That's how I was able to rewatch it. Dylan Production says, I didn't like the acting of either of the actresses. You mean both Ashley Eckstein and Rosario Dawson? Dylan? Steve Romero says they didn't have to bring back he's trying to type Ahsoka. She didn't do anything in the show anyway. True. Besides name drop Grogu, which I feel like if they brought in a new character, they could have brought in a new character to do that. Like, honestly. I didn't like the Palpatine Cal Kestis. Again, like, I didn't get Fallen Order, but I watched the gameplay, and I could tell, like, if I were to play this, I would have gotten bored, and after I play it once, like, I'm done with it. So I didn't want to pay $40, $60 for that. Cal Kestis would have been interesting. It would have been interesting to see Ezra or Cal Kestis in live action, but then again, I'd rather something new. Because the first season was so brand new. It introduced so many new characters. And with this one, although we still saw those characters, they just introduced old ones. And again, some new ones as well, like the villain in Ahsoka's episode. But still, like, I just wish they did more. I felt Moff Gideon was underused, and now he's just powerless, and they can't do much with him. Oh, thanks. Cool thing. Okay, Mando has me kind of depressed. I'm trying not to think about it. It's not that depressing for me, because I'll watch anything. I'll watch anything Star Wars, even if it's bad or whatever. I'll still watch it. But, like, because season 1 was just so unique. And I feel like with this one, repetitive's not the word. It felt old in a way. Like, they just took a step back just to bring in these new characters. I wish it was a new Jedi character. I wish number one that it was no one, but if it had to be a Jedi, I wish it was a new character. Cause now they could just put Luke in a couple episodes for when Mando potentially visits Grogu, but like the CGI Luke, like with CGI, like it's really hard to capture all the facial features and all that. What's really hard to get right in CGI is the movement of the mouth. So that always feels off no matter what character you're going to CGI in. That always feels off. But to me, that Luke looked like the Luke in the Battlefront 2 campaign with Del Meeko, that whole mission. So it felt like a video game. Like same with Tarkin in Rogue One. Like in some shots, it just looked like a 4K quality cutscene in Battlefront 2. My current favorite show is Mr. Robot. I heard that's a good show with doesn't Deborah Chow work on that? And who's the guy? Who's the guy? What's his name? Rami Malek? Yeah, Rami Malek is in Mr. Robot. I don't get why people hate on Rebels. Neither do I. I didn't like the ending personally, but throughout the show, I really liked it a lot. I think Ezra needs to be resolved, but I'd rather him die quickly because it's lackluster to just keep giving them plot armor. Yeah. Season 2, they brought back 3 characters, not including name-dropping Thrawn. They brought back... Okay. So, there's only 8 episodes in Season 2. More than half of that season, they brought back characters. So they obviously brought back Boba Fett. They shoehorned, which I'm honestly fine with Bo-Katan. I have no problem with her whatsoever, to be honest. They shoehorned Ahsoka. Then they shoehorned Luke Skywalker. And if you want to count R2-D2, so let's count R2-D2, because he got just as much as Luke Skywalker, really. So we have 5 already. That's more than half the season. If you want to include Cobb Vanth, which I really like Cobb Vanth. I read the Star Wars Aftermath trilogy over the summer, and those books were really good, and Cobb Vanth was first introduced in those books. And I'm really happy that I really like his character, so I'm fine with him, but still Cobb Vanth. And if you want to include Fat Bib Fortuna at the Book of Boba Fett teaser scene at the end of the season 2 finale, so that's 7 characters. Just include one more, and you can have each episode have one of the characters. Alright, I really need to start disassembling this. This is taking too long. I'll keep talking. No matter what it is, as humans, we can tell something is human or not. Absolutely. So true. This season was definitely a downgrade. It was definitely a downgrade. Yeah. Boba, Ahsoka, Katan, Luke. That's 4. There's a lot more than... So they shoehorned 7 if you really want to dive deeper into what characters. Yeah, she does. Yes, Rami Malek. Alright. I just didn't find Rebels very captivating, but it was still a good show on par with the first 3 seasons of Clone Wars. Honestly, the first 2 seasons of Clone Wars are hard to watch, and I know let's be real. Clone Wars is made for kids. Like it was originally meant for kids. It really was. And so the first 2 seasons are really hard to watch just because like I'm 18, so I'm technically an adult. Going back and watching them, it just feels so silly and stupid. No offense to any Clone Wars fans in the chat. I keep dropping studs. Rebels also felt a little bit, I would even argue a little bit, actually I would argue like the same level, like especially with the first season of Rebels, it's on the same level of kiddiness as the first 2 seasons of Clone Wars, only because it's on Disney, right? So they have to try to make it more towards kids. But I feel like in the middle of season 2, that's where things kind of mature is not even the word because it's for kid shows, but like it became more appealing to older audiences. That's what I'll say. They brought back Bo-Katan, Ahsoka, Luke, Boba, R2, Cobb Vanth. You mean Cobb Vanth. And if you want to include Bib Fortuna, that's 7 characters. So they shoehorned 7 characters. Shoehorn one more and just make every episode in that season about a character, honestly. Let's make it happen. 7 is 6 too many. Got that right. Comparing the amount of new characters this season is even worse. Essentially no one important, just side characters. Yeah, chapter 12 was the only episode without a cameo. Was that with the frog lady? Wait. I mean, are we including Dave Filoni's X-Wing pilot character as one of these characters? Because only 2 episodes, because then you can count the second episode with the frog lady on the spider ice planet, and the one where Grief Karga wants them to infiltrate the Imperial base on Navarro. Bear's Offie bombing arc is one of my favorite. That's also a good one. That arc, honestly, if they didn't have Rebels and if they didn't make season 7 of Clone Wars, then that arc was definitely a good ending for Ahsoka's character. Brickopotamus, dropped, don't have time to stay today though. Hold up, mod, go, burr for Bricko. Sorry, Bricko. But thanks for stopping by, man. Steve Romero, season 1 didn't have one character come back unless Bona counts. Oh, are you referring to the first Fennec Shan episode with that, what's that guy's name? Toro Calican? But even at the end when you see the boots towards Fennec Shan, to me, I'm not sure if it's the same for everyone, but for me, I didn't even know it was Boba. I mean, it definitely was now thinking about it, but at the time I was like, it could have been anyone. Why does it have to be Boba who saves Fennec Shan? Trapper Wolf showed up too many times. Alright, bye Bricko. See you later, man. Merry Christmas. Wait, 10 and 12. Yeah, 10 and 12. That's kind of depressing. So we only have 2 genuine, authentic episodes. Well, I shouldn't say that. Actually, I don't know. There comes a certain point where you just get tired of seeing these characters. You don't hate them because they're in too much, or you don't hate them as a character, even though there comes a point where you're just tired of seeing them, but you'll still enjoy them. Like, I enjoyed most of the characters. Like, I especially enjoyed Bo-Katan. Like, Bo-Katan I was fine with. With Boba, I was like, alright, I saw that coming. I can't say I didn't see that coming. With Ahsoka, can't say that either. But, you know, whatever. With Luke, though, I feel like Luke was just take it down 3 notches, please. No, 2 and 4 didn't have cameos. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I like those episodes. Don't at me. That spider ice planet was a direct reference to Rebels. Yeah. But they're different spiders than the ones in the... What's on Attilan? They're different spiders. I think it was always meant to be Boba, though. Yeah. It was definitely meant to be Boba. But, like, thinking about it, like, when I first watched that episode, I was like, whose is it? Because I didn't know, like, sure, it could have been Boba. Well, it was meant to be Boba, but from my point of view, it could have been anybody. Like, I wasn't set on, oh, that's Boba. Yeah, I'm Rebels. It's like a rhino. Yeah. First Order Legos mock of the spider cave makes me like the episode. Absolutely. Honestly, I only feel like people like that episode is because, do we know for a fact that Dave Filoni's X-Wing pilot character is actually called Trapper Wolf? So I feel like people like that because of seeing those 2 X-Wing pilots. I feel like I'm the only one who did not like the finale. I mean, I didn't love it. Like, I wasn't like, let's go, Luke Skywalker. I wasn't, like, full-on cheering. But I wasn't, like, full-on angry. I was just like, again, I can't say I didn't see that coming. Like, even beforehand, people were like, this is the biggest cameo ever. I'm like, okay, then. That pretty much narrows it down to Luke Skywalker. Let's be real. But that finale does set up a really good plot setup for season 3 with basically the trio. We got Din versus Gideon versus Bo-Katan. So you have those 3 basically against each other because Gideon wants a Darksaber, and Mando and Bo-Katan killed. Bo-Katan wants Gideon killed, but she also needs to kill Mando to get the Darksaber, and Mando doesn't want to get killed. So, it's kind of an interesting plot point. So, I'm excited to see where they take that plot point in Season 3, if they take it. Which they will. Because he has the Darksaber, so technically he can roll Mandalore. I was laughing when Luke showed up. Like, I was just like... I wasn't laughing, but I was just like smiling, like... Is this what y'all want? Okay, let him have it. It was like a... It's kind of like a roll your eyes moment. Like at a smirky joke. I thought it was genius that Gideon kind of played Din into owning the saber. Absolutely, that's my favorite part in the finale. I was also kind of disappointed in the finale because you have Sasha Banks' Mando character, you have Bo-Katan. What happened to the other guy? And if you guys didn't know, the male Mandalorian in episode 3 of season 2, the one where they infiltrate that cruiser to get the weapons, and where Mando drops off the frog lady. That actor is actually, he plays Sunil Bakshi in season 2 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He's like second in command to the Hydra guy in season 2 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So I just call him Bakshi Mando. What happened to him? Why can't he roll Mandalore? When Luke came, my whole family was fangirling over him. Then I was like, why? Like, no matter what, like, CGI is just, I don't know, like, the CGI Luke almost looked like Sebastian Stan. And at that point, why not just bring on Sebastian Stan, right? That's what the fans want. Isn't Catan dead? She got shot by Gideon and didn't get up for the rest of the episode. I thought she got up. I could have sworn she got up. I don't think she's dead. Isn't her armor Beskar? I thought her... Man. I thought she got up, though. I think she's still alive. That'll just be... I wouldn't like that for a character if she just got shot right then and there. Maybe for Gideon. But nah, they wouldn't kill off... Filoni wouldn't kill off Bo-Katan. He wouldn't kill off anything. Let's be honest. I can't find the... I hate it when I drop studs. Alright, let's see who we got in chat. It was Bakshi May and that one guy from season 7 who had Daisy's powers. Yeah, oh. So I actually realized this with waffles. With Lamborghini waffle sauce. There are 4 Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. actors in The Mandalorian. We have Agent Melinda May, who plays Fennec Shan. We have... He's not really a main character, but he shows up in a few episodes. Agent Blake, who was the Imperial officer on that cruiser, who kills himself in order not to reveal anything about Moff Gideon to Bo-Katan in that episode. In the first episode, where you see live-action Bo-Katan. Then we have Sunil Bakshi, who plays the male Mando alongside Bo-Katan and Sasha Banks Mando. And then that TIE pilot who was talking to, in the finale, in the opening scene, that TIE pilot who shot the other pilot and was, who was holding Dr. Pershing at gunpoint. That actor plays young Nathaniel Malik in season 7 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So I thought that's kind of cool. It should be called Agents of Mandalorian. Get it? Haha. I'm not excited for season 3. People have suggested the plot will be about retaking Mandalore, and if that's true, I might stop. Yeah, because we've seen too many people take Mandalore in the Clone Wars, Rebels, and yeah, pretty much those 2 shows. But again, we see them a lot. I don't know. I mean, what will happen. Regardless, a lot of people will like it, and that's really all that matters to Star Wars, to the... I don't know. She's alive for sure, yeah. I don't see Mando wanting to roll Mandalore in season 3. Yeah, like, he didn't even the finale, like, Gideon's like, oh, no, you can't just give it to her, you have to fight. And then Bo-Katan's like, he's right, I can't just take it from you. And then he was like, I yield. Like, he's trying to get out of it, but he can't. I think that in itself is an interesting plot point. But I don't know. Again, the show's called The Mandalorian, so we're eventually going to see Mandalore, and it's inevitable at this point. I don't see Mando wanting to roam. I knew his name was Nathan. I'm bad with names. I don't know. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I love that show, so that's why I know all the names. This will be the 4th time they retake Mandalore. Alright, let's discuss... Alright, so the first time they retake Mandalore was with... Wouldn't it be 5th? Because you have the first time with Darth Maul in Season 5 of Clone Wars. Then you have Season 7 of Clone Wars where Bo-Katan tries retaking it. But then the Empire takes over like a few minutes after that. And then in Rebels they retake it. And then now we have Gideon have it. So I think that's 5... So no, that would be this... It's definitely not 4. It's definitely 5. We have the Maul takeover, Season 7 Ahsoka takeover, then right after that the Empire and Order 66. Then we have Rebels with Sabine takeover. And then I'm assuming Gideon takes over, right? Again, the Remnant Empire takes over again. So then if Din takes it over, that would be the 6th time, if I'm not mistaken. So that's a lot. Holy crap. That's a lot, actually. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna try and open it up to guests. So if you guys want to join my Discord server, the link is in the description of this live stream. So if you guys want to join, that would be awesome. And I'll go ahead and join the live stream voice call or voice channel. Mandalore just needs to blow up like the Razor Crest. You would think after all that conquering, it hasn't blown up already. Gatan and Din should just like make a show of fighting and then she knocks him down and takes it. I want a Star Wars show where every episode they bring back a character. That'll be something. But I'm gonna open it up to guests. Let me go ahead and I guess you can join the general voice channel and I'll just drag you guys to the live stream channel. But please make sure to read the live stream rules before joining. Dylan, join on your phone. We still need to talk about Tenet. I don't think we've actually dived because I bought Tenet on iTunes and I've watched it and I finished it at home. And after watching it the second time, I understand it a lot better. And it's a pretty Christopher Nolan definitely outdid himself, I think, with the plot. The plot especially is it's something else. So I'm gonna open it up. Let me see if I can. Is it lagging? Is the stream lagging at all? Let me. No, it doesn't seem to be lagging. Okay. So just join my general VC. I'll just drag you guys, or the waiting room. That's even better, honestly, Tenet's plot is very confusing even before time travel comes in. That's the thing. You have to watch Tenet backwards. Because it ends where it starts. I know that's confusing, but it makes sense, guys. I watched a lot of YouTube videos afterwards. I also didn't like the Dark Troopers. They felt like generic sci-fi. People are like Dark Troopers are Gideon's thing, but didn't Thrawn have Dark Troopers in Season 3 of Rebels? Alright, before I drag anyone, let me do something really quickly. I know Palpatine Bricks is waiting. Give me 1 second, I'm sorry. Give me one. Okay. Okay. Again, if y'all want to join the stream, I'll put my phone here. Join the live streaming chat. So I'm going to drag Palpatine Bricks and we'll get started. Oh, okay. Let me move to... Alright. Palpatine Bricks is currently in the stream. Man, I kind of just want to build these sets. Like, look at that Beskar Mando. I'm not trying to flex, but it's inevitable. Such a good set. Alright, give me 1 second, guys. So let me see if that works. Oh. Oh, you have to push to... How do I change that? I think that's in your settings, right? Push to talk Palpatine. If you go to user settings, go to voice and video. There's the thing called voice activity or push to talk. If you go to user settings and we're under the topic app settings, should be able to see it. I joined, but it's not a great time. Alright, no worries. No worries. Alright. I hate putting liquid in my mouth, but I can't get this 1x1 stud off this brick. Hey, oh, that's Palpatine Bricks. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. What's going on?
Nothing. I'm just taking apart my Umbara MOC.
Bro, you gotta build that Mando set. The Beskar Mando is great.
I know. I can't wait though. I want to take apart this MOC first. But what have you been up to?
I just made this huge rant video about how Rebels is equal to, if not better than Clone Wars.
Nice. is there. That's perfect. All right. I just moved the sets so that people can see them.
Here, let me open my computer. I can watch the chat for you and stuff.
Great. Yeah. No worries. I'm watching the chat as well. I saw the 2021 TIE Fighter at a toy store today. Did you pick it up? Did you buy it, Dutastic? I'm excited to get the X-Wing for that General Dodonna figure. And also, apparently, Luke has a new X-Wing pilot torso print and leg print as well.
So what's this whole Tenet thing about? I've never actually heard of this movie.
So Tenet is a kind of time travel sci-fi Christopher Nolan movie that was actually supposed to be released in theaters a few months ago, but due to COVID-19, it was delayed a few times. But they decided to finally release it in theaters back in September, which kind of sucks because it didn't really do well in the box office. So I hope when the whole COVID-19 pandemic is over, they can re-release it in theaters because it's definitely meant to be watched in a theater. It's very cinematic in my opinion. But it's basically this time travel Christopher Nolan movie, but it's unlike any other time travel. So it's not like I guess it's kind of like a time machine, but you're not like going back to that time. You go in like this time machine, but you reverse your entropy. So everything around you is moving backwards. So you have to like move forward while everyone else is moving backwards to get to that point in time, to get to that point in the past that you want to go back to.
That is sweet.
It is very... I really enjoy that movie a lot. I recommend you go see it if you can. It's on you can purchase it on iTunes. That's what I did.
What's it rated?
PG-13.
Yeah, okay. So it's like moderately violent, but not extremely violent.
No, not extremely violent. It's about a CIA operative. They're basically trying to prevent World War III.
Yeah. I just literally just got into the MCU movies. I'm watching them in order. I just finished Dark World.
Underrated. I can understand why people like it, but I don't hate it. I enjoyed it, but it's definitely not my favorite.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of creepy. It was just kind of weird.
The pacing just felt off. Can you guys let me know in chat? What was that?
All the Norse mythology just kind of threw me off. It confused me.
Wow. Can you let me know in the chat? For people in the chat, can you let me know if you can hear the Discord audio? I'm not sure if they can hear you or not. Wolfine Around says hello. How are you doing? Merry Christmas. No, but I will probably soon. Yeah, you should definitely. If you see any new 2021 sets, I would definitely recommend you pick it up. They actually. So they had them. I took the last of the Mando set. They had a few more of the Ghost Rider set, but they also had the Captain America mech. I was going to buy that, but then I was like, I'll wait till Costco has that 3-in-1 pack, because a few days ago when I went to Costco, they had the 3-in-1 pack of the mechs already out, so the Thanos, Iron Man, and Spider-Man mech. So I got that super pack. So I'm gonna wait till they make a super pack of the new mechs.
Alright, Dude-tastic says to turn me up.
Oh, okay. Alright, say something?
Hello there.
Of course. I liked it 6 out of 10. It's fun, but it's far from a masterpiece in my opinion. Yeah, I wouldn't call it a masterpiece, but to me it's one of the more interesting Nolan movies so far. Like, I've seen Inception. I've seen Interstellar. And I think Tenet is probably my favorite out of those three sci-fi Christopher Nolan movies, other than the Dark Knight trilogy, of course.
So I haven't popped in any of your live streams recently. What's the normal amount of likes you usually get?
That's a good question. I really don't look at likes. I'm gonna be honest. I have 14 likes right now.
My computer says 15.
Oh, then it just needs to update.
So besides movies, do you watch any or do you play any video games? What kind of video games do you play?
Lego is taking up a lot of my time, so I don't really play that much video games anymore. Occasionally I'll just play Star Wars Battlefront. I find that enjoyable. Other than that, not much, to be honest. Lego has taken up a lot of my time. But when the Skywalker Saga video game comes out, I'm definitely going to play that a lot. Wolfane Around says, "Oh, I got the new Star Wars set. Nice." Yeah. Oh, meant you. Oh. Thanks. Check your local Kohl's, guys. I know Palpatine Briggs got one at Kohl's, right?
Yeah, it was over a week ago. It was last Wednesday.
I went this morning. I was running errands. I was like, why not stop at Kohl's? I didn't think I was going to get it.
Yeah, I got mine. Yeah, I was Christmas shopping at Kohl's almost a week ago. I don't know if it's regional or whatever, but I live up in Illinois, so I don't know if that's closer to a factory or something.
All right.
So is Umbara your first mock ever?
So, my very first mock was a Scarif mock. It was 2x2 gray, or no, not gray, green base plates, 32x32. But for that, I just made the landscape, but I just incorporated the Scarif bunkered Lego set into it. I actually made a video similar to my Umbara one. I'll probably upload that maybe just for fun. But I didn't really build any. I built like some platforms, but other than that, the main part of it was the bunker. But I just used the Lego set. So this is technically my very first MOC because I built everything from scratch, including the Umbara bunker from the airbase.
Darth Maul Lego says, "What's your favorite MCU movie?"
Honestly, I can't say I have one. They're all kind of different because they're all about different heroes. But I will say the whole Captain America movies, especially Winter Soldier, is definitely my top 3 of my favorite Marvel superheroes / superhero movies.
I really enjoy the Iron Man trilogy. That's the best one so far.
Yeah. Iron Man 1 is really good.
Then again, I've only just started Phase 2, so...
Have you not watched all of the Marvel movies?
No, I just started watching like 2 weeks ago, and I've made halfway through Phase 2.
So you haven't seen them at all?
Yeah, no. I do think I've seen Infinity War, though. I think I saw that in theaters.
Dang. I'm glad. It's a pretty good franchise. Very good movies. But Iron Man...
I'm into the comics.
Yeah. So am I. I collect the True Believer comics.
I'm more of an X-Men guy myself. That's why I never really started watching the movies. We just got Disney Plus, though, so...
Oh, yeah. X-Men. The X-Men movies aren't part of the MCU, but I like them a lot. I like the originals, the 3 originals. I know The Last Stand no one really likes, but considering there's only 2 X-Men movies that have Dark Phoenix, I like X-Men The Last Stand over the new Dark Phoenix movie. So I'll take X-Men The Last Stand's Dark Phoenix over Dark Phoenix anytime. That makes sense.
Yeah, I haven't watched the movies. I'm just like a huge X-Men comic fan.
My favorite X-Men movie is Days of Future Past. I love it so much.
That's a great story.
I read the original comic because I actually got that at Disneyland a few years ago and I read it. It's my favorite X-Men story by far.
Yeah, it is pretty great. I personally really like the Savage Land as well. I don't know, it's just really cool.
I mean, yeah, the Cap movie are great, yeah. The third Thor movie is my favorite, says Wolf Ain't Around. Yeah, Ragnarok. I'm very excited for Thor Love and Thunder. That's going to be really good. Natalie Portman coming back to be not only Jane Foster, but the female Thor. So I'm looking forward to that. Iron Man 3 is underrated. Yeah. I like Iron Man 2 as well. All 3 Iron Mans are great in my opinion. I can understand why people didn't like the second one because the it tried expanding the universe by bringing in Fury and Black Widow, but I liked War Machine's origin story in the MCU. Because that kind of what happened in the comics, right? There's like two versions. One where Tony just gets old and Rhodey takes over. Or in other timelines, Tony just becomes an alcoholic, basically, and he just can't handle it. And then Rhodey takes the suit.
He becomes an alcoholic, and like, I think like he gets like transported through time. So he like goes to like the entrance to like a shield base because he knows he's drunk. So he's gonna talk to Nick Fury, and then because he's like transported back in time, like everybody looks at him like he's crazy, and it's just basically he like falls into despair, and then isn't Iron Man for like another like 2 years, and Rhodey takes over.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's a favorite character. I don't know why though. So Stan Lee literally created him as a character he knew nobody would like, and then tried to make people like him.
Who? Wait, which character?
Stan Lee. Iron Man. Like he's like saying he's like a billionaire, he isn't really nice to anybody. Nobody would like this character normally, but Stan Lee made him likable.
Absolutely. Dude, Iron Man is awesome.
Like, yeah, the way Robert Downey Jr. really played it well, like in the first Iron Man movie, he was a jerk.
Absolutely. But like we know he's a jerk because like it's all about character development. Like if you just have a flat out jerk in like those teen movies, like no one likes those. Like when you have a jerk who has like a conflict within him, you know, he wants to stop selling weapons, like there's like a morality to it, to his character.
Alright, in the chat, Frankenstein, I don't even know how to pronounce that, says, bro, it's Padme and Marvel. That's so true, though.
Bro. Hey, I think she's better in Marvel, let's be honest.
Yes.
Oh, wow. It's funny live streaming, because you lose track of time. It's already been an hour.
Wow.
Oh, sick. Oh. I just realized the charger on my computer wasn't plugged in, so my computer's on 16%, or now 15. So.
Well, that's not good.
Now it's charging. Please don't die on me.
So are you planning to keep the bus intact till Brick Fair next year? I mean, Brick Fiesta?
Yep. Let's see. Wolfing Around says it is so different that it is refreshing, and yeah, also the Captain America Winter Soldier is a close second. Yeah, absolutely. Darth Malago says, can we agree Marvel's way better put together than Star Wars? I guess. For me personally, I think I like Star Wars more than Marvel, only by like less than 1%. Only because I liked Marvel first. I mean, I liked Star Wars first before I got into Marvel. Funny story, I actually only got into Marvel when I saw the very first Avengers movie in theaters. Then I watched all of the other ones after that, leading up to that. And then I just been watching all of the other movies since the first Avengers in theaters when they were released. Let's see. Logan was an insane... Dude, Logan is my favorite Wolverine movie, hands down. It is really good. Like Wolverine standalone, not like him and Like, there's a difference between the X-Men movies and the Wolverine movies.
Yeah, I'm like a huge Deadpool fan, so I probably would have liked the Origins one that had Deadpool in it.
X-Men Origins just wasn't a good movie in my opinion. Even with, like, they shoehorned Deadpool. Like, it's kind of stupid the way they did Deadpool in that movie, to be honest. But the Deadpool movies are funny. I like the second one a lot, actually. Anything... Dylan Production says, anything with Taika Waititi is my favorite. Absolutely. I would say Harry Potter is better than Marvel and Star Wars comparably. I mean, I don't know. No, I'm not a big Harry Potter fan. I've seen most of the movies. Not really a big fan. Just doesn't appeal to me as Star Wars does. And Quill and Thor? You mean Peter Quill and Thor? Darth Maul Lego? But Star Wars and Marvel have better highs. Yeah. Agreed. What do you think of the Mando season finale? So I talked about this a lot in the beginning. I liked it. I think there's a very interesting plot point about Din versus Moff Gideon versus Bo-Katan. I feel like that plot point can really be expanded upon in season 3. But other than that, like when I saw Luke, it was just whatever. Like the fans want him, so whatever, put him in. He gave the fans everything they wanted so far. Why stop? You know what I mean? But I thoroughly enjoyed the season and the finale. CGI Luke, again, CGI just will never. I don't think it'll ever capture the true essence of the character.
The new Mando episode just proves my theory that they should use deepfake instead of CGI.
I don't know. I don't know about that. But Steve Romero says, but in Marvel, Padme doesn't change every 5 minutes. True that, honestly. But even the outfit she wears, like especially in Attack of the Clones, so revealing. Anyway, Frank Skitchum says Marvel is cool, but it has nothing on Star Wars. Yep. Like I can't compare Marvel to Star Wars, except for like maybe. I don't know. Like they're just two different things. I don't like when people say which one's better. I like both. I can't.
I feel like if Marvel had started in the 70s and the 80s, like Star Wars would have, then Marvel would be so much better. It's just the fact that Marvel's been around for so much longer. It's like fallen apart.
Right. And I feel like because there's a lot less Star Wars content than Marvel content, it's more appealing to Star Wars is more appealing to people because it's such a small story, right? And
yeah, it's hard to start on the comics. Like, where do you start, kind of thing.
Exactly. Excuse me. Dylan Production says Logan is the best Wolverine movie. Very low bar, to be honest. Yeah. Dylan, have you seen all the Wolverine movies? Which one would you say is the best? I personally think it would be Logan. Like, not just because of the violence and the action scenes, but just the overall story of... It's basically Old Man Logan. And I really like that.
Yeah, doesn't it have X-23 in it as well?
Yes, his daughter. Which I also thought... It was a good movie. I liked what they did. Passing on the Wolverine torch. But I don't think Hugh Jackman will always be the best Wolverine, hands down, in my opinion. He just encaptures the essence of Logan just very well.
I think Greatest Showman kind of ruined Wolverine for me. That's why I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah. Talked
I
about
mean, to be
Lego.
honest, like,
Oh, you meant Peter. Yeah, okay. And, hey, Tarek Thorn. How are you doing? Frank Susan says Padme's closet is bigger than my house.
yes.
That is a fact. Tarek Thorn, sorry I can't say I have to do a time lapse. Oh, no worries, man. Thank you for stopping by, though. I really liked Logan. Really didn't like the other two. Yeah. With the Wolverine, the 2013 one. I like the story, but I think it could have been executed a whole lot better. Yeah, for me it's Logan, the Wolverine, then X-Men Origins Wolverine as favorite to least favorite. TK421 says, I like Marvel, but they really need to change their cinematography. It's starting to feel generic, especially with the heavy use of CGI. Yeah. I haven't watched Wolverine yet. Before you watch Wolverine, watch the first 3 X-Men films. Before you watch... Skip X-Men Origins. Like, that one just is bad. Just don't watch it. You really didn't miss much besides Wolverine getting metal claws. Besides that, you're good. But yeah,
Like,
definitely...
everybody knows that story.
Yeah, so just watch the first 3 X-Men, X-Men 2 United, X-Men The Last Stand, then the Wolverine, then X-Men Days of Future Past, and then Logan. The younger cast, the younger X-Men movies, like with the younger cast, just doesn't do it for me.
Tarek Torn says, I haven't watched Wolverine yet. Is it on Disney Plus?
Let me check that right now, actually.
I know some of the X-Men movies are on there, but I don't know if they're all on there.
I'm gonna check right now, actually.
Tarek Torn is leaving. Bye.
Alright, thank you for stopping by, Tarek Thorn. Appreciate that. Okay, so it's on Disney Plus, under the Marvel Legacy movies, topic. So there's X-Men, then there's X-Men 2 United, then there's X-Men Days of Future Past, and then X-Men Apocalypse, but just skip the younger cast movies. Yeah, so the Wolverine standalones aren't on. I thought they were. I think they were at one point. I think the Wolverine, that one, was on Disney Plus, I think. They took it off. What's your full plan for Star Wars Commander for Imperial base? So I kind of wanted to reveal that in the very first week, like the very first episode of that series, which I still need to figure out a date. So I built these 2 tables, so for that mock.
Do you have any idea of like the scale of what it's gonna be?
So I'll go ahead and say it. It's gonna be 3x3 gray base plates, and in the actual episode, I'll go over the buildings I want to include. I don't want to give too much away, but I will say it's 3x3 gray base plates. And my plan for it, I don't have a plan for it in terms of taking it to conventions. With the Imperial base, I really want to take my time and just dive deeper into the techniques. I don't want to rush on anything, really. I really want to make it the best it can be. And also, I want to make it unique, because I don't think anyone has done a Star Wars Commander based mock at all. So I think mine will definitely be unique to the mock building series community on YouTube.
Yeah,
If
that's so cool.
if I have like a part of it, if I have something like that I want to present, like if I don't finish it by the time Brick Fiesta 2021 happens, but I have something built, I might just go ahead and bring whatever I have built as well. But my large scale bus will definitely be the main attraction. Wolfane around. Alright. See you later, Wolfane. Merry Christmas. TK421 says Days of Future Past was a great X-Men movie. It was a great X-Men movie and a great X-Men comic. For sure. TK421 also says probably my favorite X-Men movie if Logan doesn't count. I guess you can count Logan because it has Charles Xavier and other X-Men characters. It's not just about Logan. You can include it in the X-Men movies because it technically takes place in the same universe as the other X-Men movies.
So you do read comics, right?
Mainly just the True Believers, which is like reissues of famous Marvel comics over the years since Marvel Comics first started.
Yeah, I have a few of those. What's your favorite, like, series, in your opinion?
It's hard to say. To be honest, I started collecting Star Wars comics, mainly the Marvel Star Wars comic line. And I collect a few Marvel comics here and there. But mainly I just read the True Believer series. Just reissues of famous Marvel comics over the years.
Yeah, I really like the new Darth Vader series that just ended. Like, I got the first one, but, like, all the other ones sold out before I could get to them, and, like, they're not printing them anymore.
I like the original Marvel Star Wars line when it first started in 2015. That one is a great comic book. It just ended a few months ago. Takes place right after A New Hope, where they blow up the first Death Star, and it ends with them finding Hoth. Dylan Production says the Wolverine still is. It is? Oh, okay. I don't see it. I really don't see it. Alright, I'm gonna head out. See you later. Bye. Alright, take care. Rip Star Wars Commander. Absolutely. Rip Star Wars Commander. Hearing Charles Xavier drop F-bombs was so funny to me after hearing him be censored in all the other films. Yeah, that was pretty funny, actually.
What movie did he drop an F-bomb in?
Logan. Logan's rated R.
Yeah, I just can't imagine Professor X cussing.
I can't imagine Patrick Stewart cursing at all. Hearing Charles...
That's true. I just watched...
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I just watched A Christmas Carol last night, like the 1999 one. Have you ever seen that one?
That sounds familiar. I might have.
It's based off a book by Charles Dickens with, like, the three ghosts of Christmas, like the past, the present, and yet to come.
I vaguely remember seeing that.
Yeah, and Patrick Stewart plays, like, the Scrooge, and all the ghosts, like, change his heart, and then he becomes, like, a festive person, or whatever.
Interesting.
Yeah, I really liked it.
I don't watch that many Christmas movies, to be honest.
Yeah, me neither. I just, like, watch the classics, you know, like Home Alone and, like, A Christmas Story.
Home Alone's good.
I feel like nobody ever talks about Home Alone 3 or Home Alone 4 anymore.
Yeah. I started watching the original Karate Kid movies. those are the first one especially is really good. The second one, it's just filler. I enjoyed it, but I understand why people don't like it, and I'm currently watching the third one because I watched the very first original Karate Kid during Thanksgiving, and then my family and we started watching Cobra Kai. But I feel like it's gotten to the point in Cobra Kai where I need to watch the other Karate Kid Part 2 and Part 3 before we go into Cobra Kai Season 3, which apparently instead of January 8th, is now coming out January 1st, so a week earlier. So I'm super happy about that. But before we talk, I do want to say I finished disassembling the shield walls. So here are all the translucent. I'll show you guys can see that translucent studs, and here are all the 1x1 bricks with the studs on all four sides. And one of the boxes just fell. So I'm done disassembling that. So now I'm gonna start disassembling the plants, like the plant structures. Let me go ahead and put that box back up. I still buy Star Wars comics. Yeah, I stopped after just after the original 2015 Marvel Star Wars comic line stopped. That's when I stopped collecting like Star Wars comics. Like I have a bunch of other comics. Like I have the 5 series Shattered Empire, which came out before The Force Awakens, so that was pretty cool. And then I stopped collecting the Poe Dameron series. I have 1 or 2 issues of Dr. Aphra, and I have the original Darth Vader line. Not the newest one, but the one in 2015 along with the original Marvel Star Wars line.
Yeah.
What's the difference between the old and new Darth Vader series?
So the new one is right after he disappears in The Empire Strikes Back. He says like the whole "No, I am your father" thing, and he disappears and he goes to like, he's like basically like gathering intel on Luke, right? So he goes to like he didn't know like that's the movie he figured out that he had a son. So he like goes back to the Jedi Temple and goes into Padme's room and like uses his force powers or whatever. And he also goes back to his childhood home because he's like discovering stuff. Like he didn't know he had children, so he's like kind of like visiting his past.
Wait, this takes place before Empire?
Right after Empire, like right after he tells Luke he's his father.
That doesn't make sense, because if he told Luke he's his father, he would have... Why would he have said that if he didn't know he had a son? Or a child?
He knew, like, at the very beginning of that movie, or, like, somewhere before he tells Luke he's his father, Boba comes up to him, he's like, he's been tracking them, right? So he's like...
Oh, yeah, Boba has been tracking him in the Darth Vader, in the original Marvel Star Wars line.
Yeah, so he's like... I don't know where they are or whatever, right? But I did figure out his name, and he says Skywalker. So like that's when Darth Vader realizes he has a son. So he goes and tells Luke in their next battle, and then he goes back and visits his past, trying to like, I don't know, just like remember.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense now. That's interesting.
And, there's this one droid that follows him around. It's the same. It's like a protocol droid, almost like the one that Lando had in Solo.
Oh, all 3?
Yeah.
That's cool.
There's also a bunch of like Death Trooper cameos, and they keep saying like their scrambly words or whatever.
Francism says, but didn't Anakin see pregnant Padme? Yeah.
Well, yeah, but he didn't ever know that he thought that she died before she gave birth, basically.
Ah, that makes more sense now. All right.
Here's what I don't get. Like, wait, never mind. So, he obviously didn't know that they were twins when Padme told him she was pregnant. And that's why in Return of the Jedi, he's like reading his mind or whatever. He's like, you have a sister.
What? That's what you don't understand?
Well, no, I just understood it like as I was talking about it. But like, he didn't know that they were twins, so he figured out about Luke and he thought, oh, I only have one son, right? And then he realized, oh wait, there was twins.
It was
reading Luke's mind.
Yeah. And then he's like, Obi-Wan was wise to hide her from me.
Yeah, he also says Obi-Wan taught you well when Luke gets the high ground.
And he's like, if you won't join me, then perhaps she will. And that's when Luke gets all angry. I love the final duel.
It is pretty great. I feel like Palpatine is a good villain in the original trilogy, like a great villain in the prequel trilogy, and a horrible villain in the sequel trilogy.
He just shouldn't have been in the sequel trilogy.
That is true.
Kylo Ren should have been the ultimate baddie in Rise of Skywalker. That's why... So, I don't know if you know this, but the original script for Episode 9 was originally called Duel of the Fates. I read it, and it's really good. Really fascinating stuff. That could have been Episode 9.
Yeah, doesn't Hux like pull out Mace Windu's lightsaber or something?
It doesn't specifically say Mace Windu in the script. It just says a purple lightsaber. So, yeah, probably. It probably is.
Oh, okay.
Because
he was like collecting Jedi relics or whatever.
Yeah.
Also, another like not well-known fact is that Kylo Ren wasn't the first like Jedi / Sith / whatever he is to have like the T-shaped lightsaber. It showed up in like Legends comics like multiple times, and there was also an appearance in Rebels for like half a second. Ezra picks up a lightsaber at.
Yeah, but that was from like the old.
It's not Exegol. That's not the name of the country.
That was from the old Republic.
Yeah, and Ezra was at like the Sith Temple or whatever, and he picked up all the fallen Jedi lightsabers, and one of them was a T-shaped lightsaber.
Yeah, but then again, like the average person watching the sequels probably hasn't seen Clone Wars nor Rebels, so I can understand why they would think that Kylo Ren's the first one to have that T-shaped lightsaber.
Yeah, but he got a lot of hate just because it's like they're saying it's another dumb thing that the sequels came up with, but honestly, it's
badass. Thing.
Well, yeah, if you think about it, but it's kind of stupid because, you know, like
it's just a lightsaber. Hilt. Like, why does Count Dooku have a bent one? Like, just because he's Christopher Lee? No,
there's actually some
no hate to Christopher Lee. No hate.
Yeah. Just like how Samuel L. Jackson got.
Samuel L. Jackson was like, George, can I be in Star Wars? Yeah, sure, Samuel L. Jackson. On one condition, though. I want a purple lightsaber that says badass F word on it. He's like, okay, Sam, we can make that happen.
Have you seen the clip where he asks for a purple lightsaber?
Yes. I love Samuel. No hate towards Samuel L. Jackson, but not a big fan of Mace Windu.
Yeah, another character that's great in Star Wars and in Marvel.
No, I'm saying he's not that great in Star Wars either. Like the Clone Wars, Clone Wars makes everything better, right?
Yeah, I'm saying he was a great character in Marvel and not so great character in Star Wars.
Oh, I thought you were saying he was a great character in both.
Yeah, I might have misspoke.
Okay, so I just assembled all the plant pieces. Here, if you guys want to know how I was able to make these plant pieces, I basically took these tentacle pieces, put that 1x2 kind of cone-ish translucent red piece, and then I have like these Technic plates with holes in the middle, and I just put them in there. It's not really a great I wouldn't really recommend this technique for making the plants on Umbara. But I just do that all across. And then I just put it down on the base plate.
YouTube notifications are really messed up. I just got the notification that you're live.
Oof. Franciscism says, I honestly think Jay would hate that script just as much because it's more prequel fan servicey. Yeah, going back to the Jedi Temple to activate that old Republic beacon, and Hux killing himself with Mace Windu's lightsaber, technically. Yeah, but there's a lot of elements that they took from Duel of Fates into the Rise of Skywalker. But you would have understood the plot points in Duel of Fates more than how they explained it in the Rise of Skywalker. Like, for example, let's just call it the copy and paste fleet, like the fleet of 1,000,000 ships at the end of the Rise of Skywalker on Exegol.
The Ghost was actually in that, you know.
Yeah. So with that, in the actual Duel of Fate script, Leia has Lando go out and try to find smugglers, pirates, basically everyone that Han has known or worked with over the years to help them defeat the First Order once and for all. So when that fleet comes in, it's basically just a bunch of scoundrels, pirates, smugglers, basically everyone that Han hated or Han owed debt to or that Han worked with, or basically everyone that Han Solo has interacted with over his lifetime. So it kind of made more sense.
Just, like, pulled out his phone book, basically.
Exactly. It makes a lot more sense, honestly. Plus, maybe some that Lando knew that Han didn't.
That is true.
The cross guard is my favorite lightsaber.
Did you get the?
Yeah, go ahead.
Did you get the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive set this year?
The Nebulon? Or yes. Are you talking about the Black Widow one?
No, the Nebulon.
No. I honestly didn't care. I'm happy they finally made somewhat of a Nebulon. I wish it was a playset, but the miniature version, like the display, it looks good, but it's just not for me. I really wanted the Black Widow one, but I waited too long.
I'm not really interested in most sets that don't have minifigures, except for like the architecture ones. Hey, dude, I have to go. We have to go prep for like Christmas Eve dinner or whatever. My grandma just got here.
Oh, absolutely. Well, thank you for stopping by. It was nice talking to you, and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
You too. See ya.
Bye. Okay, so Palpatine Bricks just left. I'm gonna close Discord. My battery's running really low. It's using significant energy because of Discord. Because I only plugged it in a few minutes ago. I'm still gonna keep streaming, but I kind of want to build one of these sets. LWSA Productions. Hey everyone, what's going on? LWSA Productions. Let me know in the live chat if I were to build these two sets, which one would it be? It's interesting because this box feels a little bit heavier than this one. Whoops, but it's literally the same size, but the Mando one is $10 more. I'll just put them here in my computer. So all the plants done. I'm probably not going to disassemble all the pieces to the plants. I want to see the Star Wars one. Want to see this one? Yeah, this is the one. I might build that on stream. Sorry guys, we've been live for almost 2 hours. I just got to stretch. Is that the Spider-Man set new? Yeah, this is the new 2021 Ghost Rider set. Got them early at Kohl's. Check your local Kohl's, guys. I'm not sure what to do with these pieces. Here is... Right back. Just checking something on my phone really quickly. I'm going to get back to disassembling this MOC in a second, y'all. If you guys want to support me at all, I do have a Streamlabs so you guys can donate. You really don't have to. It's just another way to support me. I need to get some more parts for my Star Wars Commander MOC, and also if you are also able to, let me bring this over here. You can purchase the instructions and parts list to my Playscale bus. It's only $10, so you can email me at bricksboymaestro@gmail.com. Also in the description of this video. So you guys can just let me know you want to buy it, and we'll handle the transaction through there. Around 800 pieces, and it's pretty sturdy. Has some stud shooters just for playability. Has a cockpit. You can put one figure there. And it has an interior. I personally left the interior blank just so you guys can do whatever you want with it. And also, it's kind of a narrow and small fuselage. But if you guys also want to find interested to this, you can also do that as well. Alright, sorry. I'll stop plugging now. And the tail fell off. Hang on, guys. Give me a second. Alright. I'm going to start disassembling some of these mini plant structures. Dylan Production says, sorry I haven't been talking as much. I've been busy. No worries. I'm busy too trying to assemble this MOC. But I've had the stream on. No worries, man. Thank you for having the stream on, though. You're more than welcome to come on Discord if you want. I know a lot of people are busy preparing for Christmas, which is tomorrow, and tonight's Christmas Eve. So, no worries. Steve Romero says, can you rank the Star Wars movies? Okay. Four, 5. So, Episode 4, A New Hope. Episode 5, Empire Strikes Back. Episode 6. Wait. Okay, so starting from my favorite to least favorite is number 1, A New Hope, Episode 4. Second is Episode 5, Empire Strikes Back. Number 3 is Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. My fourth favorite is Episode 8, The Last Jedi. My fifth favorite is Episode 7, The Force Awakens. My sixth favorite is Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. So we have 4, 5, 6, 8, 7, Rogue One. So, I guess Solo. I'll put Solo because I thought it was more quote unquote original than Episode 9. So for me, it's 4, 5, 6, 8, 7, Rogue One, Solo, 9. I guess I'll put Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, then Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, and then Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Episode 8 is definitely my favorite sequel film. What are you guys' rankings for the Star Wars movies? Can we all agree that CGI Luke in the finale Mando was literally just Sebastian Stan? Like, honestly, they don't really look the same in my opinion. Young Mark Hamill and Sebastian Stan, they don't really look the same. Dylan Productions ranking is 5. Yeah, so with A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back, like, I love them equally. Like, they're my all-time favorite Star Wars movies. So sometimes I'll say 5 is my favorite. Sometimes I'll say 4 is my favorite. But, like, I would say 4, but then 5 is, like, it's like right there. Or, you know what? 4 and 5 are just one whole thing, in my opinion. One whole great movie. So Dylan Productions says 5, 4, 8. I like that he put 8 before 6. I was going to do that, but for me, I think 6 is just for personal and nostalgic reasons, I put 6/8. But you put 5, 4, 8, 6, 7, 9, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, for episode 1, for Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, I used to say the Phantom Menace was my second to least, so I would put Attack of the Clones last. But after thinking about it, it, again, like, there's a difference between ranking and which one is, like, the best film. Because, again, like, we talked about this last stream, Dylan. What was the word? Quality over versus nostalgia. But when I rank the movies, I'm pretty sure everyone does this, but they use nostalgia. So that's why. I put 2/1. But film-wise, I actually kind of like... There's just the pod racing scene in the Phantom Menace I really enjoyed a lot. And just the action sequences were just kind of cool. I used to put 1/2. But seeing the clones in Phase 1 for the first time, again, nostalgia, so that's why mine is 2/1 instead of 1/2. It used to be 1/2, but now thinking about it, I put 2/1. I really liked 3. What did you think about it? Revenge of the Sith? Again, it's George is George, right? So, it's definitely. Is it okay to say that Episode 3 is like the best prequel? I don't think that's controversial to say at all. I liked Order 66, but thinking about it now, like, it kind of means nothing to us because we didn't really know any of the Jedi in the movie. I'm a believer that movies should stand on its own. It doesn't need any supplemental material like comics, books, or whatever to help someone explain better. Like, sure, like the supplemental material can explain the in-betweens, but I think for explanations of something that happened in the movie, I really think it just should be explained in the movie rather than having supplemental material. For instance, the chips in their heads, in the clones' heads, which is why they were able to execute Order 66. But after watching the Clone Wars, you definitely feel a little bit more sympathy towards the Jedi during Order 66. But then again, I should have felt that while watching Episode 3 without having seen the Clone Wars, if that makes sense. I mean, I did. Like, seeing the Anakin and his 501st troops killing the younglings in the temple. Obviously, I felt some sympathy. But, like, the grown-up Jedi, like Plo Koon, Ki-Adi-Mundi, Aayla Secura, like, they barely did anything in the films. I hope that kind of makes sense. Steve Romero says Sebastian doesn't look so much like Luke, but I think it would have been better than CGI Luke. To be honest, they look the same. CGI Luke and Sebastian Stan Luke. Like, if they honestly look the same, just you might as well just have put in Sebastian Stan, to be honest. But if I'm being completely honest, there should be no Luke in The Mandalorian. Hope you guys are excited for my Star Wars Commander Imperial base mock. I cannot wait to start watching it. Or, not to start watching it, to start working on it, to building it. Yeah, I'm going to watch my own series that I haven't started yet. I really don't like 3. I think Reddit killed it for me. I don't go on Reddit too much. I think the memes killed it. Like, people say the memes make it better, but to me the memes kind of ruin it, to be honest. What do you guys think about memes in movies? Do they ruin them or make it better? So I feel like they're joking when people say the memes make the prequels better. But I think to them, they genuinely believe that. That's what's surprising to me. People are like, hello there. Like, I still don't even know how... I still can't remember to say General Kenobi. Like, who cares? Like... Who cares about that? I'm so excited. Benjamin Crawford says I'm so excited. Yeah. Don't put hype for the mock. Steven Romero says no looking Mando would have been the best. I agree with that. Absolutely. Yeah. Zone Productions, do you have any ideas for Easter eggs to put in the mock? So, I actually have. So, I don't want to give too much. I want to have some element of surprise. But let me think of what I want to reveal right now, or before I start. Here, let me ask you this. Let me ask you guys this. Are you guys either familiar with the content, like the buildings and all that in Star Wars Commander? And have you guys actually played Star Wars Commander? Let me ask you guys that first before I try and reveal anything. I think I just really like 3 because the 30-minute fight, lol. Yeah, the Obi-Wan versus Anakin versus Yoda versus Emperor Palpatine, yeah. The music, John Williams' score is just beautiful in every film. That's the one thing I like in every film is the score. Except for Episode 9's score was great, but it was just a remix of all the other Star Wars scores combined into one. I don't think there was any new additional music or element in the score of Rise of Skywalker. Dylan Production, yeah. Memes definitely ruin the film for me. They don't make it better at all. What do you think about the hello there? I never thought it was funny. I never thought it was funny either. Like, people at school, like, I have friends who are like, hello there. I'm like, hello back. Like, it's only when I say hello first and they're like General Kenobi, and I'm like, oh, okay, ha ha ha. But when someone's saying hello to me, like, I never say General Kenobi. Like, was that line, was that whole scene meant to be funny? Like, honestly. Yes. Oh, you're saying yes. Yeah, okay. So, these I've been talking. 1 second. So, you know the aesthetic of the game? So, for instance, when you upgrade when you train troops in the barracks, when one of the troopers is done training, they walk towards the landing pad. You know how the landing pad or the buildings are not to scale to like the actual people like running around in the actual base. So like when a stormtrooper So like for example, or this might not be the best comparison, but pretend this unborn soldier is a troop that you're training in the barracks, and it's done training. And let's say this is the landing pad where the troop walks to, and on top of that, you have this, the Gazanti, or not Gazanti, the cruiser, whatever, the ship or whatever that's on the landing pad. So the landing pad is not even to scale of the cruiser. Like, the cruiser is so much bigger than the landing pad, but the trooper is almost just as big as the landing pad. So I'm trying to go for that aesthetic, or the troopers that, like, does that kind of make sense? Like, the landing pad and the actual troop walking towards the landing pad are not to scale. Hence, for my mock, I want to have that same aesthetic. So, alright, I'll reveal. I want to have at least one landing pad in my mock. That's all I'll say, is that I want to have at least one landing pad in my mock. But the cruisers or whatever ship I plan to have on the landing pad will not be minifigure scale. Because if it were scale, the mock would have to be even bigger. So, does that kind of make sense? I hope that makes sense. It's kind of hard to explain it, but I feel like once I build it and I show you guys, you'll understand it. Let me know if that makes sense. Dutastic's back. Alright, Dutastic, you just missed. You just missed some Easter eggs or ideas I'm gonna incorporate into my Imperial base mock. So that's like the aesthetic I'm going towards. In terms of Easter eggs, maybe a mini kit, because I actually have one built. I just need to find it. I forgot to include that mini kit in my bus, but I'll include a mini kit or two in the mock. Other than that, I might. I haven't really gotten to that point yet. But then again, if I were to include an Easter egg, more Easter eggs, I would kind of want that. I would kind of want that element of surprise, kind of like Jay's Boil Lounge. You know who's working on it, you know who's building it, but you don't know what it's gonna look like till the finale, or he doesn't show you guys the finish. He doesn't show you guys the progress of building it, but he shows you guys at the end when it's built. So kind of like that. It makes sense if you have played the game. Yeah. Yeah, like the whole aesthetic of like the troop being bigger than the carrier on the landing pad. Like, I want to have that aesthetic. But Dylan, does that somewhat answer your question? I really don't want to give too much away. You're asking good questions, and I promise they will be answered at some point in the series. At some point. Damn, we've been live for 2 hours. I'm telling you, you really lose track of time when you stream. Yeah, it's good. Oh, okay. It's kind of hard to explain it, but you just have to play the game to understand what I mean. It's like you would have a normal minifigure next to a micro-scale Imperial shuttle, kind of like that aesthetic, but obviously not that big of a gap between sizes or between scale. That was probably a better comparison than what I gave earlier. But the one thing, what I definitely want to include is, I'm sure you guys know, I'm a huge fan of Firestar Toys. They make excellent custom Lego minifigure products, like custom arms, legs, They make a lot of great custom Lego pieces for figures and stuff like that. And so I really want to equip all the figures with with like custom Firestar Toys arms and stuff like that, because I really feel like it really enhances the figure. And if you guys watch some of collecting all the updated Lego Star Wars minifigures, that series I do on my channel, a lot of the updates are just equipping my figures with some of the custom arms. So that's what I really want to do, especially with the Stormtroopers. And with the Imperial officers, I'm going to try and get those dual molded legs, so I think they just look really good with them. My goal for the end of this year, which probably will never happen, is to reach 300 subscribers. Which is interesting, because I reached 100 and 200, those two goals, this year. But I know I won't make it to 300 by the end of the year. Unless I literally finish my Star Wars Commander Imperial base mod by the end of this year. Ooh. I don't know if y'all can tell behind me, but actually no, this way. I started prototyping. I'm not sure you guys can see that. I started prototyping for some of the building techniques that I want to include in some of the buildings for my Imperial base MOC. So that should be exciting. Alright, so all I have to do now is just take apart the plates and the bricks underneath. But, I kind of want to build these two sets, though. I just can't stop looking at them every time I look at Streamlabs on my computer. I just can't stop looking at these sets. I'm really digging this Ghost Rider car. I'm also digging this Beskar Armored Mando. It's really awesome that he has arm printing, especially. Beautiful. Saw the new Black Series figure you got. Are you talking? Oh, the Remnant Stormtrooper. Did you get it? Like, before that, the only Black Series figure I had was Slave Leia from 2013, and I heard that it's a pretty not so cheap figure these days, so I guess it was kind of a good investment. I think someone gave it to me. I don't think I ended up buying it. But I was at Target a few days ago, and I saw that they had a Remnant Stormtrooper in the new Black Series boxes. Like, it was kind of at an angle, one of the sides of the new Black Series boxes. So I picked it up. I was like, why not? My brother actually has an Episode 2, or he actually just got a Episode 2 Obi-Wan Black Series figure, and a Beskar armored Mando figure. Those look incredible. It's like, I'll just pick up the Remnant Stormtrooper. It looks cool. It's a Stormtrooper, but all dirty and messed up because the Empire is in disarray at this time. So I open it, like, put the gun in its hands, like holding the gun like this, and it's a really nice, sleek, detailed action figure. I love Black Series a lot. And I actually ordered yesterday on Amazon because it was only because the figure that so I ordered Commander Pyre from Star Wars Resistance. If you don't know who he is, he's basically a First Order Stormtrooper, but gold. So Phasma's chrome. No, Phasma's like silver, and Commander Pyre is gold. So I got that Black Series on Amazon because Amazon had the cheapest price for it. So I'm really happy to get that. I believe it should be delivered on Tuesday of next week. So that's super cool. Can't wait to get him. You didn't get it yet? Do you want the Remnant Stormtrooper? I mean, it's just like a dirty Stormtrooper, but the quality looks really good for it. Or is really good. Which one should I build first? I'm probably going to build a Spider-Man one. I want to save Mando. I'm probably going to build this one off stream. I know probably some of you guys want want my reaction to seeing Beskar armored Mando, but from the box and from images and people or videos that I've seen, it looks incredible. Nothing will change my mind. Probably gonna build this one. I want to take my time with the Mando one. Probably watch episode 1 of season 2 of Mando with Cobb Vanth, because this is the set in which it's based off of, I think. So I'm probably going to watch that while building this. That's what I did. So I built the Mando ATST a few days ago, and I watched the episode directed by Bryce Dallas Howard with the Raiders, with the ATST, because that set is based off that episode. So I built the set while watching that episode. It was really fun. Probably a Ghost Rider. I kind of like how the Star Wars boxes now for like the different era of Star Wars, they have that character in the I guess for me it's the top left corner. So like for like prequel era stuff, it'll have like a clone trooper on it, and then if it was like original trilogy era, it would have Darth Vader. And now and I guess if it were sequel trilogy, does the Knights of Ren transport box have Darth Vader on it? Because it's a sequel trilogy set, so would it have Kylo Ren on it? Exactly. I know Cobb Vanth. People want a Boba Fett, like the Mandalorian version of Boba Fett, like fat. That's kind of rude. But a big Tamora Morrison Boba Fett figure from the Mandalorian. But no, I want a Cobb Vanth one. That would be so much cooler in my opinion. I guess for me personally, I've read the Aftermath trilogy, and that's where Cobb Vanth was first introduced to canon. And so for me, I really like that set, or the book. So that's why I really like that character. Because in the book, it talks about how he got the Mandalorian armor, but it doesn't state whether it's Boba's or not. So I guess the Mandalorian confirmed that it was Boba Fett's armor. It has Vader on it. Oh well. Oh yeah, okay. But I don't know what to. Hang on. Yeah, I'm just trying to find the part thing. Here's one. Here's one. And here's another. Okay. That was loud. Here's a question I'd like to ask y'all. For those who've played Star Wars Commander, which I think you guys said both of you guys had, or have, what side were you? I was originally on the Rebel side when I started playing. But I think it was when I got a new iPhone. I can't remember what iPhone I got at the time. But it was a new iPhone, so I got it. So I had to transfer everything to the new one. But for that game, I had to start over. But before I got to choose which side again, it had like a thing where it's like recover this, recover my previous base. It was like level 7 Rebel HQ. And I was like, let me try the Imperial side. So I decided to delete or scratch the Rebels team, Rebel base that I joined, and instead choose the Imperial side. And I think the bases, like the buildings on the Imperial side, look much cooler. And so that's why I decided to, for my Star Wars Commander MOC, to instead of a Rebel base, make it the Imperial base. And also, but I'll definitely try and include like some Rebel figures from the game as well. So there would definitely be like Easter eggs to like the Rebel side of Star Wars Commander. I was Rebel, but I played for 2 days. RIP. Did you just not find it fun or anything? I thought it was cool because at the time, Clash of Clans was a big deal. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and I liked Clash of Clans a lot. So you take a Clash of Clans style game and make it Star Wars theme, and boom, I'm hooked. I was hooked. We will see thick Boba in the Book of Boba Fett set. Hopefully that set will include Fennec Shand. That'll be. I wouldn't mind getting a Fennec Shand figure. Or we'll probably get. She's gonna be in the Bad Batch show, right? So if we get a Bad Batch set, maybe include her. So we get a Bad Batch version of Fennec Shand and a Mandalorian version of Fennec Shand. Unless they're like the same. Unless she didn't change her outfit or anything during those 2 time periods. How will LEGO even keep up with all these shows? I know. Like with Marvel, they're doing a crap ton of Marvel shows for Disney Plus. I don't know, I feel like with The Mandalorian we've gotten so we basically got in 4 Mandalorian sets. So I guess you could kind of say 2 sets per season. So maybe we'll get 2 sets per season of each show. So maybe that's how they're going to keep track of it. Just 2 sets. try to put the most important characters, important scene or whatever, vehicle, whatever. And yeah, I think that's how they're probably going to do it. Dutastic, you're on the Imperial side, alright. Dylan Productions, mobile games are boring to me. Ah, okay. Yeah. I don't know. I used to be one of those Clash of Clans fanboys. Funny enough, I used to have Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga. I think it was like on PlayStation. I think it was like on the PlayStation 3 or my Wii. But I actually got it on mobile. So I played Lego Star Wars more. I played it more on mobile than I did on any other console. So, I kind of disassembled a lot. Not sure you guys can see, but I got rid of the shield fences. I still have this little bunker built still. Not sure if I'm going to take it apart. I might keep it built still. If I have to take it apart, I will. No biggie. But now it's time to take apart these plates. I'm super scared because every time I take plates, a few of them crack and break in half. So, I need to be extra careful. I need to be super careful. But, I'm going to start taking apart plates. Actually, where should I put these? I'll just put them here. Not sure you guys can see, but I have like this thing right here filled with a bunch of different size plates, and so I have 2 empty ones on the bottom. So I'm just going to put these in here. What happened to Lego Star Wars Battles? What do you mean by that, Dutastic? Dylan Productions, I wanted to play Uprising because it was canon, but it's also gone even though it's referenced in canon. Wait, what is Uprising? I feel like I've heard of that. Can you refresh my memory on what Uprising is? Get rid of these fire pieces. I wish I had Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga on console. I mean, it's a different experience playing it on a console versus mobile, but on the mobile, it's the same thing as... Actually, no. No, I didn't play it on my Wii nor PlayStation. I played it on my Nintendo. I played the Complete Saga on my Nintendo. But that version is different from the versions versions you would get for Wii and PlayStation or Xbox. But the one on mobile is the same version as you would play on Wii and PlayStation and Xbox. And that version is better than the Nintendo version that I used to play. So that's why I like it better on mobile and those consoles versus Nintendo. I was like, wait, did I have it on Wii or PlayStation? Then I remembered it was my Nintendo. I remember when Mario Kart 7 on Nintendo 3DS was a big deal. Look how far we've come. It was a story-based game set after Return of the Jedi. I'm gonna search up Star Wars Uprising. Is it a mobile game? Oh! I vaguely remember that game. It had a short lifespan. It was released on September 9th, 2015, but on September 22nd, 2016, it was announced that all servers will be shutting down on November 17th, 2016. So it was only out for like a little bit less than a year, and then it got yeeted. That's unfortunate. Lego Star Wars Battles was the mobile game that was supposed to come out with the Skywalker saga. Oh! Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I vaguely remember. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with that. I think it'll come out when the Skywalker saga game comes out. Time to take apart these plates. It's interesting, because this actually has a decent amount of black plates. So I could have taken this apart for my bus. But I'm kind of glad I didn't. So I have this to work on my next Imperial base MOC. So Dylan, are you just gonna watch Wonder Woman 1984 on HBO Max? I mean, that's the safest option and most logical option. But there's just something about seeing a movie in theaters. Just that I really like that experience a lot. That's why I'm kind of happy they delayed Black Widow. To be honest, I feel like that movie would much rather be served better in a movie theater rather than going straight to a streaming service. As much as people would like that, I really enjoy the experience of seeing movies in theaters. Yeah, probably tomorrow morning. Theaters are closed in Washington. That's right. Didn't you go to the theater though? Didn't you post on your Instagram story? Isn't that your Instagram profile pic? Isn't that you with the mask with the Tenet poster in the background? Is Star Wars Battlefront 2 dead? I guess kind of, only because they're not like updating it anymore to include new content. But I say the multiplayer servers are still pretty active, fairly active. Sometimes I just like replaying my favorite missions in the campaign. Because I am a huge fan of the Battlefront 2. I know a lot of people don't like the Battlefront 2 campaign. But I think story-wise, it's my favorite EA Star Wars campaign. Canon. Yeah, theaters were open for a month but closed again. RIP. Yeah, I saw Tenet like the weekend it came out. I double masked, and we bought tickets 5 minutes before it started, just to see if anyone was in our theater. And it was a pretty big theater, but no one was there, so that was good. And yeah. Look at this mountain of plates. Oh, it's too easy in my opinion. Yeah. To be honest, I'm not good at multiplayer at all. I'm not really good at those types of games. I like it for the story. Regardless of gameplay wise and just like how you play, I think the story, ultimately for me, story outweighs everything. Just like Rex says, experience outweighs everything. So with Fallen Order, I didn't even bother getting it. Squadrons, I'm also not planning on getting anytime soon. That seeing CGI Luke in the end of Mando made me want to replay the mission in Battlefront 2 where Del Meeko teams up with Luke. I don't know, that Luke just reminds me of the Luke in the campaign. Okay, because I wondered if I should still get it. Oh, you stop. You don't have Battlefront 2? I recommend it. I think the campaign, the story, like Iden Versio's story, which I really liked a lot. So if you just want to, it's just a fun Star Wars game. Like if you have time to spare, why not? I feel like it's more enjoyable than Squadrons, and I haven't even played Squadrons. But just watching people play on live streams, it just seems boring in my opinion. Do you guys have Squadrons? How do you feel about Squadrons? Looks fun only in VR, yeah. If you have VR, I feel like it will be more engaging. It is just me, or was Squadrons too colorful for Star Wars? There's a lot of orange in that game. A lot of orange and black. And that's coming from a guy who's only seen live streams of people on YouTube playing it and the trailers for it. I'm super happy. I haven't been able to crack nor break in half any of these plates yet. Usually that's what happens when I take apart plates. One way or another, there will always be a pile at the end of just cracked and broken pieces. Um. We need more colorful stuff in Star Wars. Take Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Like, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 was, I would say, I can't think of another movie, a live-action movie that I've seen that's more colorful than that. Than Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. 1 wasn't even that colorful compared to Volume 2. Like, even The Mandalorian, like, when the episodes were released, I usually watched it at night with my dad and my brother. And when we watch it at night, and our TV is pretty bright, and it's still pretty dark. Not as dark as Solo, but it's still pretty dark. Like, in terms, like, cinematography-wise, not like story-wise. I don't have any EA Star Wars games. Battlefront 2 is the only one that is kind of interests me. Yeah, I would say out of all the Star Wars EA games, I think Battlefront 2 is the best option, because with Fallen Order, you only have the campaign, no multiplayer or anything. With Squadrons, you have multiplayer, but you only get to fly vehicles. With Battlefront, you get all three. You have a campaign that you don't even have to... Well, I don't know if you have to play the campaign. I forgot if you have to play the campaign to unlock multiplayer in the rest of the game. But you have the campaign. You have a bunch of multiplayer options. You can be a troop on the ground, or you can be a pilot in the air. You have an option. So Battlefront 2 is definitely, for me, it's of all the three EA games, Battlefront 2 is definitely the best, because it encompasses all three of the other two games. TK421, if you could select which sets would be in the future Star Wars wave, what sets would you want? Excuse me. Sorry. What sets would I want? If you could select which sets would be in the future Star Wars wave? That's a good question. Now this probably is too idealistic, but I would want a wave that somehow incorporates all of the Star Wars eras. So, for example, two original trilogy sets, two prequel sets, two sequel sets, and I guess, so it's like 6 sets. How many sets are usually in a wave? I guess 1 or 2 more of either Mando, Solo, or Rogue One, or Clone Wars or Rebels. So something like that. That would be an interesting wave. As much as I like the waves, like how some waves only focus on one particular era or movie, I feel like if you have waves that encompass all three, or all the eras, you can incorporate a lot more figures and vehicles that haven't necessarily been done before. So I hope that answers your question. 4K TK421. Detest says I did not pick up Squadrons, but the CGI short was great. Yeah, like all the cutscenes and everything, and Squadrons and Fallen Order, they're great quality. Like they're really great quality. But that still doesn't interest, like, that still wouldn't make me want to get the games. Like, the reason why I know what happens in Fallen Order is because I watched, like, this gaming channel where this guy basically, he played the entire campaign, so it was like 3 hours long. 4K quality, really good quality. And it has all the cutscenes and some important gameplay footage that has dialogue to make to continue the story and to like dialogue while you're like shooting people, just to enhance the story that's relevant to the story. Hope you get more I hope you get more sequel trilogy sets to be soon, but I guess the Rise of Skywalker sets are still on the shelves. Yeah, some of them are. When I was at Target when I got that Black Series Remnant Stormtrooper, there was barely any Lego sets. There were only like General Grievous Starfighters. There was like one ITS transport, the Galaxy's Edge one. Knights of Ren, like one Knights of Ren transport. And the one other sequel set was they only had one of the new Sith TIE fighters. I forget what you call them. One that comes with Finn, one of the Knights of Ren, and a First Order pilot. It's so weird taking apart this MOC. I'm almost done. But you just see all the red bricks. Man, this brings back memories of when I was actually building this. TIE Dagger, yeah. Forgot the name of it. The Sith Dorito fighter. Yeah, I haven't heard of a TIE Dagger. I've only heard of the Sith Dorito fighter. Look at this mountain of plates again. Should I get the Night Buzzard because the Rise of Skywalker is growing on me? I don't know. It's a good looking ship, but I don't know. It's up to you, I guess. If you really want to, go ahead. Like, I don't care for it, but I don't dislike the set. I don't even have it. But The Rise of Skywalker is kind of growing on me as well. Like, as much as I didn't want a lot of the things that happened in the movie to happen, the major thing being Palpatine returning. Other than that, I'm starting to not hate on it as much. Just like I used to love the prequels, and then I used to hate on it, and now I'm just like, whatever. It's George Lucas. It's George's vision. Let him do what he wants. And with The Rise of Skywalker, it's like, whatever. I don't hate it as much as I used to, and I wish certain things didn't happen, and I wish certain things did happen. But at the end of the day, it's Star Wars. I can't complain about Star Wars. Same with The Mandalorian. Like, all those characters showing up in Season 2. What's happened's happened. I hope they make more sequel trilogy sets. Same as well. Yeah, the interior of the Night Buzzard is super great, dutastic. Yeah. So you guys want more sequel trilogy sets. What sets would you want them to make? For me, I want any Canto Bight set. Include like a Canto Bight speeder with the side of a building with a Canto Bight guard with like those animals that Rose and Finn ride on. That would be a great set, honestly. Any Canto Bight set, I'm all in. And I guess maybe more Takodana sets. Like, I really want some of the figures the characters in Maz Kanata's castle to become minifigures. I forget the names, but I'm pretty sure you guys know who I'm talking about. Aside from that, I don't know, maybe another crate set would have been cool. Maybe like a crate battle pack. So you got like 4 of like the Resistance troopers again. I just feel like I feel like we should have another, because we've gotten like 3 or 4 First Order battle packs. I mean, we only got 1 Resistance battle pack. I feel like we should also have another Resistance battle pack. I just watched it yesterday, and it's a bad movie, but it's fun. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's like The Phantom Menace. Like, it's a bad movie, but it's just so funny to watch. Like, it's just so fun to watch. So that's why I don't hate on it as much as I used to. But I don't like it, but I don't hate on it. Anything Last Jedi I'll buy because I missed out on so much back in 2017. The only Last Jedi sets I got were it's only 2. I only got 2 Resistance sets or Last Jedi sets. The first one I got was the Defense on Crate set. That set was pretty good with the ski speeder. And then the other one I got was the Resistance bomber. And I got that Resistance bomber because I wanted Finch Dallow. Because it's like that Finch Dallow quote-unquote scandal where like they replaced one of the bombers with a Finch Dallow figure. And that figure was super rare. So I got that set to purposefully call LEGO and ask them to send the replacement parts for Finch Dallow. But they only had the helmet. They ran out of the Finch Dallow face and they weren't going to restock on that. So he sent me the helmet. And the head, they sent me a back-to-tank Finn head, which was pretty funny. So for the longest time, I just had a Resistance bomber with back-to-tank Finn head with Finch Dallow's correct helmet. So a few weeks later, I go on Bricklink, and the figure and Finch Dallow figure is still super expensive. But I found a seller who only had 3 Finch Dallow figures for $25 each. But none of those figures included the helmet. So it's just the Resistance Bomber torso and legs piece, but with the correct Finch Dallow head. Did not include his helmet. But I already had the helmet, so to me that was an ultimate steal. That was such a great deal. I'm super lucky. So I got the figure and I just put the Finch Dallow helmet on it, and boom, I have Finch Dallow for only like $25. But the Resistance Bomber set is also a really good set. Such a cool looking vehicle. Canto Bite is where I'm going when I'm 18 or however old you need to be to gamble. LOL. Oh yeah. That's what's funny. Like, that would be so cool if in Galaxy's Edge, Star Wars Land, they're like building like the Star Wars themed hotel, and it would be funny if the hotel had a casino, but the casino was Canto Bite themed. That would be awesome. All the boyos be there. That would be super cool, hands down. There are only 2 2017 LEGO sets that I absolutely regret not getting. One is Obi-Wan Starfighter ring set that comes with Angry Face Jango Fett. Cause that Jango Fett is just ridiculously expensive now. I have no idea why. And then also the Ninjago City. That would have been my favorite modular if I gotten that, but I didn't, and I'm sad because of that. Sorry, guys. All right. Resistance Bomber is so cool. Yeah, I want to build a Lego model of the hotel. Isn't the hotel like a Star Cruiser themed? It's not like a building. Like it's like you're aboard a Star Cruiser on your way towards some destination, right? I wish I had more of the Last Jedi sets because the movie is so great. I'm glad we have a bunch of Last Jedi lovers in the chat. It really is a good movie. It really is. Like, people say, yes, we get it. It's so cool. Cinematography. It's very, like, what's the word? Yes, we get it. It's the best cinematography wise. But, like, no, it's the best. In terms of the sequel trilogy, at least, it's the best, like, story-wise. It's best character development-wise, in my opinion. Rose was fine. Finn was fine. Poe was fine. Rey, Kylo, Luke, excellent. I want more. That's why I wish Kylo was the ultimate baddie in The Rise of Skywalker. And Canto Bite, that sequence was cool. It was fine. It was... Again, like, it adds something new to the Star Wars universe. And also, there's a cool addition. Like, it's just a whole planet of gambling. Like, who doesn't like that? I'm gonna probably end the stream soon, in a few minutes. So I won't build these on stream. I'm either gonna build these off stream, or I'm gonna schedule another stream soon. Not tomorrow, because tomorrow's Christmas, and you guys need to spend some time with family. But just here. Let me you can't really see the MOC, so I'll put them there. There's a lot of black plates. Like, I could have used these black plates for my MOC. I could have saved a decent amount of money, but oh well. Like, it never occurred to me, oh, I could just take apart my Umbara MOC, but to quote Neil in Tenet, what's happened happened. Well, what has happened, yeah. Just remove that one kiss, you know the one. I know that, yeah. Yeah, I have to go soon anyway, yeah. So once I'm done taking apart these plates, I'm gonna end the stream. Hang on just a second, guys. I'm gonna turn off my mic. Sorry about that, guys. What the hell? A plate. I really like these tables. What's awesome is that you can adjust the height. So, can you guys see that the height is... You can kind of see it here. The heights are adjustable. So that's pretty awesome. Very happy. Very excited to use these tables. But, I'm gonna make a separate announcement video. But I'm pretty set on January 1st, New Year's Day, being the first, is when the first episode of my new MOC series will be released. That date's not confirmed, but, it'll most likely be then. It's the start of the new year. I really feel like it's a good date, or at least like a few days after that. So, stay tuned for that date announcement. I guess I can start filming it. Like, I can start filming the plans. But I need to do a few more things first before I start grinding on it. Hang on, guys, a piece fell. Do you ask what mic do I use? I use a... I'm probably butchering this. I use a Fifine or a Fifine, Fifine mic. It was probably like $40 on Amazon. It's just a cheap mic. Like it's not. I don't think like you can use it for streaming, but there's better mics to use for streaming, and I think it works fine. Is there something wrong with my mic? Here, like I'm gonna put it to the camera. kind of see fine right there. That's the mic I use. Okay, so we have lasted 3 hours. All I have to do is take apart the bricks and put everything away. But this MOC is mostly disassembled. So I was finally able to accomplish something on stream. So that's awesome. So I'm going to end the stream here. I'm sorry, Train 21, I hope to restart my channel. Oh yeah, you definitely should. Anyway, so thank you for everyone who has tuned in. If you guys are watching on the rewind, thank you. But thank you to everyone who's stuck with me. Dylan Productions, Andrew Tastic, great people. So thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more live streams. I have a lot of sets I need to build, a lot of stuff I have to do before I start my next MOC. But this is just one step closer to starting my Star Wars Commander Imperial base. But this is going to wrap it up, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see y'all in another video or live stream. And happy holidays and Merry